Hi, I'm Jason.
Hi, I'm Jenny. Welcome back to Grace by the Drop. Today we're going to be going over a question and some topics about God's response to man and the sense of this world. Stay tuned. Hey guys, welcome back. We are going to be talking today about God's response to man's sin in this world, how it impacts us, most recently natural disasters. Is God punishing us for our sins? Is this all God, or is this our sin in creation that we broke that is coming back as a consequence of our choices?
So the specific question we got from a viewer was, is God punishing Hawaii?
Right.
The first thing we'd like to say is that our hearts and prayers go out to the families,
Yes.
everyone who is affected by the destruction in Hawaii.
It's an absolute tragedy. It's so sad.
First, I'd like to address our unconvinced friends, our non-Christian friends. Please stop blaming the God that you don't believe in
Know or have a relationship with?
for natural disasters.
Right. That's not his thing.
No.
It's not.
Here's the deal. It's the age-old question. Why does a good God allow bad things to happen?
Right. Or why do bad things happen to good people?
A lot of non-believers, people who don't believe in God, I'm not saying just non-Christians, people who don't believe in God want to blame God. They're like, well, if there's a natural disaster and there's a God, then it's God's fault.
Right. Because God should be big enough to prevent this from happening. And if he is all love and goodness itself that you speak of, why is this happening to these people and to us or me, depending on what your circumstances are?
The truth is, it's because he allows other people to do things inside of his creation. It's not that he does everything. He allows other people, like me and you, to do things. Just like living in a house, my wife asked, why is there always a natural disaster in our kitchen? And it wasn't my fault because it's my house. It may have been my kids because I allow my kids to use my kitchen.
Free will.
Man has free will. So if you're going to hear my argument for why does God allow evil things to happen and you're unconvinced, you don't believe in God, you at least have to, for a moment, grant the premise that God exists, God is creator, and that man has free will. So the question is, can man do something that God does not want him to do? I think everybody's answer to that has to be yes. We've all sinned. We've all fallen short of the glory. But the truth is, as soon as man sinned, we broke all of creation.
We absolutely did.
Creation was not meant for sin to be in the world, but as soon as man used his free will to start doing things that God did not mean for them to do,
Sin entered the world.
and broke all of creation.
Something to keep in mind is that sin was brought into the world while using a fruit. That is something from nature.
Man corrupting nature.
Exactly.
Natural disasters, like what happened in Hawaii, create really intense emotions, and we begin thinking emotionally. And I don't want to take away from the emotions. For those of you who were affected by this, you have every right to grieve and to be in pain.
Well, and to be angry. It's okay to get angry and to be mad. Like, it's okay.
You need to go through your process. So we're not trying to say don't grieve, don't be hurt.
Right.
But what we need to do is, once we're done with that grieving and hurt process, set aside our emotions and think logically.
Right, because a lot of times people want to throw it in there of, well, I need someone to blame. I need to know why this happened. Why did it happen to this person? I know that there was a nursing facility or nursing home that was lost. Everyone was lost. That's horrible. So people want to think, why did this happen? That would make anybody upset.
Right.
Families, moms, dads, children. These are brothers, sisters, cousins, aunts, uncles, you name it. These are people with stories and lives.
And these types of tragedies happen a lot. This is just an example that somebody wanted us to use. But the truth is, we could look at children with cancer and tsunamis and all the other painful stuff that goes on in this world. So let's grieve, and then let's set aside our emotions and think logically. Could you imagine a scenario where men poison the earth? Dow Chemicals.
Oh, there you go.
Teflon.
Sadly.
Over the last just 100 years,
my
how many chemicals has man poured into the environment and earth? And we're going to blame weather on
just litter
God?
and trash at a beach even.
You don't have to just talk about man's sin, which did already start destroying creation, but just mankind's poison that we pump into
Our
this
behavior
world.
and
Our behavior. Could you imagine that affecting the weather enough to create high winds and a perfect storm for a wildfire or for a tsunami or for an earthquake? We don't have to reach out to God to see that we are damaging the earth more and more and more. I'm not trying to get all environmental crazy on you.
No.
But the truth is, we don't take care of our environment. We've been driving the car, we haven't changed the oil in 90,000 miles, and we're mad that the car caught on fire. So the question is, does the Bible say that God is punishing the earth?
Right.
And no. Until Jesus comes back, we are in a period of God allowing man to choose.
Right. And the Bible clearly speaks, sorry to cut you off, but I love the idea of the Bible when it talks about creation groans.
Yes.
I mean, groans
Yeah.
for the return of Christ, for it to be restored back to what it's supposed to be. And there will be no restoration, but there will be a renewal, a new earth. Just imagine what that would look like.
Right.
Day to day.
God gives us hope of the new earth.
Exactly.
He's withholding judgment right now. He told us he's withholding judgment so that man can be free to choose. And so he's withholding judgment, which means that God is not judging Hawaii. God is not punishing those people.
God is not causing earthquakes
Right.
all over the world, because I know that a lot of that has been happening with the earth shifting and the plates.
Mm-hmm.
And in reality, when we think about breaking creation, why wouldn't we assume that at some point it would get deep enough? Don't we, when we do something wrong, feel that in our hearts and stuff like,
Right.
ooh, that wasn't a good thing to do. And then over time, if you don't restore it, after a while, your body's going to respond to those types of things. And that's something to keep in mind about the physical impact and how deep that can get into our skin as human beings, into our
Right.
bodies. Well, the earth is the same way.
That's absolutely true. And just so you know, it's only going to get worse from here.
Yeah.
The magnetic field of the earth is changing. The tides are changing. The crust is moving. Everything is going to get worse from here until Jesus appears, then judges the earth. That's when the earth will be judged. And then, because of the glorious work of Jesus Christ, we will receive a new earth. And that earth will not have earthquakes.
Right.
That earth will not have hurricanes and wildfires.
Right. Nothing but joy, no pain, no sorrow, no tears. I wanted to add one of the things that when Jason and I went through being homeless before, we were just like, we're following God. Like, what's going on? Why is this happening to us?
Right.
Like, why is this happening? Like, we're doing the best we can, and we were struggling. We didn't cause our circumstances, yet we were doing everything humanly possible to get out of those circumstances. And that was the problem. We were trying to get out of the circumstances and just trusting God to help us do it our way. However, He had to help us come to a different understanding of what His plans were, and God definitely did it His way.
And like Paul said, these temporary pains
Circumstances.
are nothing compared to the future glory.
That's right.
And that's what we as Christians hold on to. We don't think God's punishing us.
Yeah.
God is not a big mean guy in the sky with a whip waiting to just beat everybody down.
Yeah.
What He's doing, God is gathering people who love Him, and He's like, we're going to have an amazing time in the new heaven and new earth. Who wants to join? And there's a whole bunch of people saying, not me, I'm out. But He's giving us time to go, no, that sounds good. I want to be part of that. That's the God that is love.
I'd also like to add that if there are questions you do have, or if you are going through a circumstance, please ensure to put that in the comments below for us. My prayer is that you come to understand how much God truly loves you, and that if you are going through something, we would love to pray with you and walk with you through that journey. If you would like to put that in the comments, or if you would like to, you can go to gracebythedropyt.com and you can shoot us an email. We just simply want to be here for you. There are other people just like you, or who have been in those types of circumstances. You are not alone.
There's no way to make the problem of pain easy and simple, and I'm not going to try. You've heard the answer. If you need more clarification, consider putting that in the comments, or we have a prayer form at gracebythedrop.com. We normally at this point tell you all the stuff to do, but I don't feel like promoting this. Just know that if you were affected by this or any other natural disaster, we would love to pray for you. Our prayers are with you. If you need to contact us, you know where to find us. And we'll see you in the next video.
Take care. Bye.